Do you ever feel like a quitter? That no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stick with things and see them through?
I quit!
And if you do, you're not alone. It's a common struggle that many of us face in our lives. And we start out strong and with all the motivation and determination in the world, and then something happens and we lose sight of our end goal. And it can be discouraging, but it doesn't have to be the end of the road. I've been there before, and I'm sure many of you have as well. As a teenager, I struggled a lot with these intrusive thoughts, and I'd be lying if I say I still struggle with them to this day. But I discovered something within me that woke me up from these thoughts of despair, and I started to ask myself why I was trying these new things and I was quitting, and I started dissecting the premise behind what it was I was wanting to accomplish. And the truth is, I still don't have a clear purpose as to why I was trying the things that I was trying to do, and thus in turn, I didn't have any discipline to stick with it. So, for instance, recently I dropped out of college. I've been in the National Guard for 10 years now. I decided to go back to school to pursue my bachelor's degree, and I already have my associates, but I decided to go back for more. At the time, I was already working a full-time job. I still am. Yeah, I've been for well over 10 years now, and I felt like something was missing. Like I wasn't learning enough. So I figured I'd go back to school to fill those voids of wanting to learn more. And after 2 semesters, I started to realize that the content wasn't enjoyable and I wasn't gaining any value from learning this 12th grade math again,
I just don't see the value in it.
right? And I realized that I wasn't lacking physical information, but information on myself, that internal information that we also want to discover, right?
I need it!
So I started to dig into my passions and lean into what I enjoy doing. And I discovered that I was always on YouTube watching these informational videos on whether it be finance or self-development. And I started 2 other channels before but didn't really have any success on those. But I did enjoy making the videos. So it made me think about what I truly wanted to do and who I truly am at heart. And I want to spread information that I find helpful, and I want to help people discover who they are and what drives them to be successful. I encourage everyone to reflect on their passions and dig deep to find what they want out of life. Things are going to get hard, very, very hard, but the outcome and perseverance of accomplishing those tasks that you didn't think were possible give an unbelievable amount of momentum to start propelling you forward on your journey.
I did it!
So here's the big question, right? How can you start? It's simple, really. Start by writing out what it is you want to pursue, the reasons you want to pursue those goals, and write up a plan of action you want to take to get there. And this could be something like running 5 miles or learning how to video edit, for example. And then really lean into why it is you want to pursue those tasks. Is it because you want to get fit? Because editing videos is fun to you? You find that enjoyable? So you want to learn more about that? This is very important because you don't want the reason behind the task to be something meaningless, right? Make it personal. Then once you've done those 2 steps, reverse engineer the process. In order to run 5 miles, you gotta be able to run 3 miles. In order to run 3 miles, you gotta be able to run 2 or 1 miles, right? In order to run 1 mile, you need to start moving and get on a routine of running. And once you've broken down your goal into smaller, achievable steps, it's important to set a timeline and hold yourself accountable. Set the deadlines for each step along the way and be honest with yourself if you're falling behind. And it's okay to fall behind. But if you find yourself struggling to stay on track, consider finding an accountable partner who can keep you motivated and on task, right? This could be a brother, a mother, wife, spouse, anybody really. But perhaps most importantly, don't be too hard on yourself if you stumble along the way. No one is perfect, and setbacks are a natural part of any journey. Instead of beating yourself up, use setbacks as an opportunity to learn and grow. Take a moment to reflect on what went wrong and then use that knowledge to adjust your approach and move forward. And remember, the journey is just as important as that destination you're trying to reach. Enjoy the process of learning and growing, and don't be so focused on the end goal that you forget to appreciate the small victories along the way. Celebrate each milestone you reach and use that positive momentum to propel you forward. So in conclusion, achieving your goals and staying motivated can be a challenge, but with discipline, planning, and self-reflection, it is absolutely possible. Take the time to discover your passions and break down your goals into achievable steps. Set a timeline, hold yourself accountable, and be kind to yourself along the way. With persistence and determination, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. So go out there and chase your dreams. And as always, thanks for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for similar content. Thanks everyone. We'll see you in the next one.